Hello, everyone. It's been a while since I have posted anything. I believe it's been over a month now. And that is because of several reasons. Um, I hit burnout again. I don't think I'm going to be able to do daily posting like I was for quite some time. I really burned myself out. And just a lot of sickness in my house. Going back and forth between my husband and I, my mom, everybody's just like getting sick with different things, and then some issues with our pets. It was just a whole lot of stress. So I just put a hold on filming until I felt like I'm in a place where I can and want to. That being said, I don't know what my upload schedule is going to be. I'm going to try at least 2 to 3 times a week. And I think that's going to be more manageable for me than the every other day that I was doing and the everyday posting. I'm the kind of person where I consume a lot of content, not necessarily true crime content, just content in general. So I like providing a lot of content, but not at the expense of my own sanity. So for that reason, definitely expect slower uploads. Uh, but I did not quit this channel. But thank you for everybody who has subscribed. Since I've been gone, I was not expecting to gain subscribers. I was actually expecting to lose some, which I did not do. So thank you for hanging around. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. This video is going to be fairly short. I actually tried to film this before I just disappeared, but I just could not finish it. I can't remember why. I kept being interrupted and I just gave up. So I'm going to try to film it again, but it's going to be very short. I have very little information on this person. I found, I think, one, maybe two articles. I found maybe two photos of this person. There's just really not a whole lot out of there, which was really disappointing, but I still wanted to talk about them nonetheless. And today, that is going to be about Chirrelle Scott. So Chirrelle was the oldest of three kids. She worked at Howard Keyes, and where she worked was also close to where she was killed. But she also had other jobs. She was a musical artist known as Connect Pacino, and she owned a business known as CP's Jewels. She also ran We Go Get It Entertainment, and everything she did was for her mom and her grandma. She was a very family-oriented person, especially for those two women right there. So her dad, Michael, says that she loved her life, and she was basically a homebody, and she just didn't cause trouble. She was a very down-to-earth person, doing her own thing, but she loved her life. She loved her life as it was. She was 29 when she died on October 11th, 2016 in Charlotte, North Carolina. Police say that around 5 p.m. that day, they responded to a report of shots being fired into a vehicle near the intersection of North Tryon Street and W.T. Hams Boulevard. When they arrived, they found Chirrelle, who had been shot inside a stopped vehicle. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Her father, Michael, believes that she was leaving work and was heading home when she was killed, and he doesn't know why anyone would want to do this to her. Because, like I just explained to you, she's a homebody, so she's really not like out doing things. She's not really out, enough to make enemies. So like, who would do this to somebody who's seemingly a very sweet person who's just keeping to themselves? Police didn't know what the reason or the motive behind the shooting could be, but they said that they were looking for a silver or gray car, possibly a Nissan Sentra, that could have been involved. Motorists were stunned that something like this would happen in broad daylight, especially in front of a hospital, and not any location that's as prominent as the town with so many people. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to Charlotte, North Carolina, but it's a very big place. There's a lot of stuff going on. So it's kind of weird that this happened, in such like a big area, in front of a hospital, which is quite busy. There's a lot of traffic, and in broad daylight, it's like these people just did not care. So Michael hopes that video cameras near the road will reveal who is responsible and that the person is found. Like I said, I could not find any other updates about the case. I can't remember if there was even if one of the photos was even of the car. If there is, it will be on the screen. If not, I'm sorry. This is literally all that I could find about Chirrelle. I was really frustrated when doing this case because I was like, this is going to be a very short video. There's like nothing here to give anybody. But as far as we know, this case is still unsolved, and it's been almost 8 years since this happened, and there's just no answer for her family. It's really sad. But I do have a phone number, so if you possibly have any information, or you're in this area and maybe you know more about the situation, maybe you've heard something, there's a phone number you can call: 704-432-TIPS, so TIPS. Again, 704-432-TIPS, if you have any information that could be helpful. So, where we are now, it really seems like this is a case that is incredibly unnecessary, but I also feel like very random. Just because she is someone who is extremely sweet but also a homebody, it doesn't make sense that there would be anybody that would want to harm her. Um, Unless she has parts of her life that we just don't know about, which I would highly doubt. It really just seems like it's just a random act of violence, and it makes me sad because it really feels like those are the cases where they just go on and on and on for years without being solved, just because there's nothing linking the case to anybody. But that being said, I think it's important to speak about Chirrelle and what happened to her, and I hope that you will share this video, and speak her name and pass around the information, and hopefully there will be a miracle and this will be solved. But thank you guys so much for listening to Chirrelle's story. If there's ever an update or anything like that, of course, I will bring it to you guys. But that is going to be it for me today, guys, and I will see you guys hopefully very soon. Bye, guys.